Hello guys, I'm Dino and welcome to another game of the series Brilliant Chess Moves. We're gonna go back in time a little and we're gonna analyze a game that happened between Robert Fischer versus Boris Spassky in 1992 World Chess Tournament in Belgrade, Yugoslavia. For this one I'm gonna turn the self-analysis on so we can join the game a little better without always seeing the best moves. I'm gonna let this play. So Boris is with black and Fischer is with white. So yeah, the defensive choice of black was the for the white king opening was the Sicilian defense, the Niesmedinov Rosolino Fianchetto variation with the bishop take on c6, and now exchange the queens there. Alright, so we're arriving this mid game where white is having a material advantage, but black has a good chance to draw because he has the bishop pair on b7 and b2. He has a nice pawn island on a7 and b4 with this outside a7 pass pawn, and because white has this isolated pawn on c2, the only downside beside being down in material for black is that he has the king in the center, and that weakness can be exploited by white. Now a move like knight to f7 is not so clear because you will gonna lose your bishop pair after well, yeah, if you want to take the knight, that will gonna do that. So you take the knight, then rook on d7 check. We'll have a rook on this. We'll have white having a rook on the same rank with a winning position, taking back the trading the knight for the bishop. So you don't want to do that. But if you go for rook on b8, then we have knight on d6, because now the knight can be taken by the king. Yeah, and after after bishop to a6, a4, or I mean f4, b3, b takes on, or c takes on b3, bishop to f. It looks weird to give up your pawn island and make an isolated pawn on a7, but after takes and bishop on c3, rook to e3, bishop to c, bishop to b4, knight to c4. It is a draw. If black plays correctly, this is a draw. Black definitely has to play correctly, but it's not. It's definitely not a losing position for black, even though it's in a material disadvantage. So the goal for black is to keep the bishop pair, avoid trades or any white rooks on the 7 rank infiltration, and it should be fine. But what did Fischer played in this position? Pause the video. I'll give you a couple of seconds and let's find out. Alright, if you found the move, then I guess you're a genius. Well played. So the move that Fischer played was knight to f5. Check. And after g takes on f5, which was the move that Spassky played, then e takes on e5 follows, and check. Follow white, you know. Yeah, it's just white creates this awful pawn structure on the king side with this isolated pawn on f6 and h7, and the black king can move. I mean, he can move, but there are just like bad moves. If you just go king to f7, then rook to d7 follows, and if you go for king to g8, then rook to e8 is checkmate. So, and if you try to go for king on f8, then king to d8 check, and king g8, rook to e7 check is winning the rook, and it's completely winning for white. So instead, after take, black has to block the attack of the king with a bishop on e5, which was the move that was played in the game, creating this absolute pin on the e file. There you go. Now Fischer goes for f4, in a way trading the knight for the bishop, and after rook to c8, followed by f taken on e2, rook takes on c2, putting his rook on the second rank, but white quickly takes this active rook with e6. What is the threat? Yeah, the threat is with the rook on d7. That's the threat. And let's just say he plays something, then rook to d7, grabbing the bishop on b7 for free. So Spassky defends with bishop on c6. Now a forced rook trade happened with a rook on c1, rook takes on c1, rook takes on c1, and we're in this rook versus bishop ending, which is a win for white. Both players have passed pawns. White has a passed pawn on e6 and black has a one on b4, but white should win this, and he did. Fischer managed to convert this in a win. A great performance by Robert Fischer. Sad that he died. I remember hearing my chess teacher telling me that like in 2008, right? It was a black day for the chess community. Anyway, let's see if, let me go back. It's not. So let me go back, and if he goes for yeah, this brilliant move, knight on f5 check. Well, let's see what happens if he refuses. The king goes on e8, then knight on d6 is simply winning a piece. And if he tries to go for king on e6. Then rook on d6, king on e5, rook on d7, and if you just take on f5 with g takes on f5, then rook takes on b7, and black lost the bishop pair with an active rook on 7 rank, and it's just winning for it's a winning position for white. All right. Yeah, brilliant move by the Robert Fischer. What can I say? A genius. Wait, that's not the move. That's the correct move. There we go. Alright, I hope you guys like it, the analyze. Thank you so much for watching. Stay healthy, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.